Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're opening up a source that's thousands of years old,
Yeah,
but it honestly feels like it could have been written about something that happened to you last week.
exactly.
If you've ever felt that, that crushing weight of regret, like you've made a decision that just changed everything for the worse,
Or you just want to know if there's a way back after you've really, truly messed up.
then this is for you.
That feeling of being totally exposed, that's what we're tackling. We're deep diving into a timeless story that asks a huge question.
What happens when I hit rock bottom?
Right. And is forgiveness even possible when I know deep down I don't deserve it?
The title of this deep dive is The Prodigal Son, Coming Home After You've Blown It. And our source is a story from the Bible, the parable of the prodigal son.
And before we jump into the story itself, let's quickly define what a parable is.
Okay.
Jesus used parables all the time. They were these simple, kind of everyday stories that he used to teach a much, much deeper spiritual lesson.
So they're designed to be memorable.
Exactly. To stick with you. And this one, well, it reveals something massive about love and forgiveness.
So the story starts with a father and his two sons. We're going to focus on the younger one, the one who gets the name prodigal.
And that word prodigal, it's important. It doesn't just mean lost or wandering. It means being excessively wasteful, extravagantly reckless.
So he's not just making small mistakes.
No, he's burning through his entire future. And his first action really sets the tone.
He goes up to his father and he demands his share of the inheritance.
And we have to pause here because this is so shocking in that culture.
It's not just like asking for an advance on your allowance.
Not at all. I mean, to ask for your inheritance while your father's still alive. It was like saying, Dad, I wish you were dead so I could have your stuff.
Wow.
It was a complete rejection of his father, of the family, of everything.
A total disaffiliation. And yet, the father does it. He gives him the money.
He does. He divides the property. The son cashes out, takes the money, and hits the road.
He's looking for what he thinks is freedom, right? No rules, no responsibilities.
The high life. The story says he squandered his wealth in wild living. You can just imagine it. Parties, new friends who, loved him for his money.
But that kind of life has a shelf life.
A very short one. The good times disappear just as fast as the cash does.
And then things get even worse. A famine hits the country.
So now he's not just broke, he's broke and starving. And this leads him to a job that is the ultimate humiliation.
He ends up working on a pig farm.
And for a Jewish young man, that is the lowest of the low. Pigs were considered unclean. To be so desperate that you're feeding them, you've hit rock bottom.
The text even says he was so hungry he longed to eat the pods the pigs were eating.
Pig food. That's how far he's fallen.
And it's right there, in that moment of absolute desperation, that something starts to shift inside him. That horrible feeling of regret and embarrassment.
Yeah.
That's shame.
Right. And shame is so powerful. It's that voice in your head that says you're a failure, you're worthless, you can't go back, you can't face them.
It makes you want to hide.
Exactly. But in the middle of all that shame, the story says he comes to his senses.
He stops listening to that voice for a second and starts thinking clearly.
He does some quick math in his head.
Look.
He realizes his father's hired hands, just the employees, are better off than he is. They have food. They have a roof over their heads.
So he makes a plan. And it's not some arrogant plan to get his old life back.
No, it's a plan built on pure humility. He knows he has to apologize, but he has zero expectation of being treated like a son again.
He even rehearses his speech.
Yeah, he gets the words ready. Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.
He's not asking for his old room back. He's applying for a job.
He's just hoping for a cot in the barn and 3 meals a day, so he starts that long walk home, probably just filled with dread.
And this is where the entire story just pivots. We shift from the son's failure to the father's. Well, his radical response.
Totally radical.
So the son is walking, still a long way from home, probably bracing himself for a lecture, or worse.
But the father sees him first, while he's still a long way off. This suggests the father was looking.
Waiting.
Maybe every single day. And when he sees him, he doesn't just wait on the porch. He does something a man of his status would never, ever do. He runs.
Why is running such a big deal?
Because Respected, wealthy, older men in that culture did not run. It was considered undignified. You'd have to hitch up your robe, show your legs. It was embarrassing.
But he doesn't care.
He throws all dignity to the wind because his love for his son is more important than his reputation. He's running for him.
To get to him before the shame of the village can.
Yes. He throws his arms around him, kisses him. And the son, he starts his speech. Father, I have sinned.
But the father cuts him off.
He doesn't even let him get to the part about becoming a servant. The negotiation is over before it begins. The father isn't interested in an employee. He wants his son back.
And he immediately starts giving orders.
3 things, and they are so significant. First, bring the best robe.
Not just any robe. The best one. That's a sign of honor.
Total restoration of his status. Second, put sandals on his feet.
Because servants went barefoot.
Exactly. Sandals meant he was a free man, a son. And third, put a ring on his finger.
The family ring. A sign of authority.
It could have been a signet ring. It meant he was trusted again, fully restored to the family. And this all happens before the son has proven anything.
That's what radical grace is, isn't it?
That is the perfect definition. Grace is getting a party when you deserve purgation. And it's all in response to the son admitting he had sinned.
Let's define sin here. It's not just breaking a rule, right?
No. In this story, sin is anything that breaks a relationship. It separates us from God, from others. The son's choices didn't just break a rule, they shattered his relationship with his father.
And the father, who represents God in this parable, just instantly rebuilds that bridge. He throws a huge party saying, my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.
And you think, okay, happy ending, story over.
But it's not. There's one more character.
The older brother. And he is crucial.
He's the one who stayed home, did everything right, followed all the rules. He comes in from the fields, and here's the party.
And he is furious. He won't even go inside.
Why?
Because it's not fair. His whole world is built on earning what you get. He's been working hard, being obedient. His brother has done nothing to deserve this.
So while the younger brother was lost to rebellion, the older brother is lost to his own resentment.
And his pride. He says to his father, look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders.
Slaving. That's such a telling word.
It is. He was physically home, but his heart was that of a servant, not a son. He saw the relationship as a transaction. I work, you pay me.
And the father, just as he ran out for the younger son, goes out to plead with the older one.
So patient. He says to him, my son, you are always with me and everything I have is yours.
He's basically saying, you never had to earn a party. You own the whole farm. You could have had a party anytime you wanted.
The older son was so focused on the rules and who deserved what that he completely missed the point of being a son.
And the story just ends there.
It does. We never find out if the older brother goes into the party.
That's brilliant. It leaves the question hanging for us.
It forced you to ask, which brother am I? Am I celebrating grace or am I standing outside judging who deserves it?
Okay, let's bring this all back. For you, the listener, who feels like you've completely blown it, this story shows us 3 huge things.
First, God sees your shame. He knows that rock bottom feeling, that pig farm moment. You don't have to hide it.
Second, he offers instant forgiveness. The moment you turn back towards home, he's already running to you. It's not about earning your way back.
Not at all. And third, he sees your worth. Your worth isn't based on your performance. It's based on his love. He's the one who gives you the robe, the ring, the sandals. You're his child.
So if you feel like you're in that field right now, just remember that the Father is looking for you. Don't let shame keep you away.
That radical grace is waiting, but the thought we want to leave you with is about that older brother.
Right. We focused on the one who came home.
But the story ends with the one who was already home, but was standing outside the party, angry.
So we're left wondering, is it harder to be the person who has to admit they messed up? Or the person who just can't bring themselves to celebrate when someone else finds unconditional love?
Which brother are you standing with today? A powerful question.
It really is. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive.
Always a pleasure.
Follow the show for future episodes where we continue to unpack stories and ideas that shape our world.